Chapter 18. Through the sewer's gloom, the chant of Ellie. Ellie slithered through the night, a venomous taunt from Carter's gang that tightened Jenny Jax's grip on her knife. At 28, her botanist hands were trained to nurture herbs, not wield weapons. But the early hours of August 17th, 2025, had carved her into a warrior. The Jax homestead, 100 acres of fields, orchards, and stream-powered turbine, stood scarred but defiant, its bunker a heartbeat under siege. Carter's trafficking empire, with its radio, weapon stash, and shadowy general, was a beast closing in, and the midnight assault had forced their hand. The warehouse raid, planned for dawn, was happening now, through the sewer grate Ellie had described. Jenny crouched in the woods, 2 miles from the homestead, her satchel light, yarrow and chamomile for wounds, a crowbar for Carter's office door. Jimmy stood beside her, his crossbow bloodied, his shoulder bandaged, his hunter's eyes sharp despite the pain. Grandpa Jax leaned on his .308 rifle, his leg and arm stitched, but his Vietnam grit unbroken, his journal tucked away. Sam gripped his machete, his resolve for Lila now afire for all the cage girls. Nate, hands bound but eyes desperate, was their guide, his intel on the warehouse's stash and radio a fragile trust. Back at the bunker, Grandma Jax guarded Ellie, Clara, Lila, Martha, and the captured scout, her 9mm pistol their shield. "That chance for Ellie," Jenny whispered, her voice steady despite the chill in her bones. "Carter's trying to flush her out, keep us rattled. We hit the warehouse, sewer grate, stash radio. Before he hits the bunker." Jimmy's jaw tightened, his crossbow aimed at the shadows. "Ellie's intel says the guards are drunk at midnight. Tower's empty. We move fast, free who we can get out." Grandpa's eyes scanned the trail, his rifle ready. "Carter's hurt, lost men, trucks. But he's got numbers, and that chant means he's close. Nate, one wrong step, you're dead." Nate's voice trembled, his bound hands shaking. "I swear, the sewer's clear, leads to the basement. Stash is there, guns, explosives. Radio's upstairs, Carter's office. I'm not lying." Sam's machete gleamed, his voice low. "For Lila, for the others." "Let's go," Jenny led, her botanist eye tracing Ellie's sketch path to the warehouse. A mile out, the woods were silent, the chant fading, but the homestead's fires, flares and Molotovs from a midnight fight, glowed faintly behind. The sewer grate, rusted and hidden by ferns, was where Elliot said, "Near Chillicothe's river." Jenny pried it open with her crowbar, the stench of decay hitting like a fist. "Tight, but passable," she said, her knife ready. "Jimmy, you first. Grandpa, cover our rear. Sam, Nate with me." Jimmy nodded, slinging his crossbow, crawling into the gloom, his flashlight a dim beam. Jenny followed, Nate's bound hand slowing him, Sam's machete a shadow, Grandpa's rifle last. The sewer was narrow, slime slick, the air heavy with rot. Jenny's satchel bumped her hip, her yarrow a promise of healing if they survived. Ellie's words, sewer to basement, rusted gate, guided them, but every drip echoed like Carter's boots. 10 minutes in, the tunnel widened, a rusted grate blocking the way. Jenny's crowbar worked fast, prying it loose, the metal groaning. Beyond was the warehouse basement, dark before a flickering bulb, crates stacked high. Carter's stash. "We're in," she whispered, her knife up. Jimmy scanned the room, his crossbow ready. Crates, guns, ammo, maybe explosives. "Checky, queeky." Jenny and Sam moved the crates, her crowbar cracking one open. Rifles, grenades, dynamite. Nate's intel was true. "Enough to arm us," she said, packing a satchel with grenades. "But we need the radio. Upstairs, Carter's office." Grandpa's rifle covered the stairs, his voice low. "Guards will be light, but not gone. Move silent." Nate's voice shook, pointing to a trapdoor. "Office is above, second floor. Radio's in a lockbox, wooden door. But there's a guard, always." Jenny's heart pounded, her botanist calm now a warrior's focus. "We take the guard, get the radio, free any girls we find. No de las." They climbed the stairs, the warehouse a maze of shadows and crates. Moonlight leaked through broken windows, revealing a still, moonshine Clara's tip, its stench sharp. The first floor was quiet, guards absent, likely drunk or scattered by the depot raid. Jenny's flashlight swept the hall, finding a cage empty but blood-stained, a grim reminder of Carter's trade. Sam's breath hitched, his machete trembling. Lila was in one like that. Jenny's hand steadied him. We're here for them all. Stay focused. They reached the second floor, Carter's office door ahead, wooden and old, as Nate said. A guard slumped in a chair, snoring, a bottle at his feet. Jimmy crept forward, his knife silencing the man with a swift chokehold. No blood. Jenny's crowbar pried the door, splintering wood, revealing a cluttered office, maps, ledgers, a locked metal box on the desk. The radio, Nate whispered, his eyes wide. That's it. Jenny worked the crowbar, the box popping open. Inside, a shielded radio, static crackling, voices faint, General Shipment, Cleveland. She unplugged it, stuffing it into her satchel, her heart racing. Got it. Now we find the girls. Grandpa's rifle paused, his ear catching a sound, boots. Downstairs, not drunk but alert. Company, he growled. We're not alone. Jimmy's crossbow aimed at the stairs, his voice low. Sam, guard the door. Jenny, check the ledgers. Anything on the girls? Grandpa, Nate with me. Jenny flipped to the ledgers, her botanist precision scanning names, dates, destinations. Cleveland, Columbus, Big Jack, Reaper. A page listed stock. Girls, ages 12 to 20, caged in the warehouse's east wing. They're here, she said, her voice tight. East wing, maybe 10. Boots thumped closer, voices sharp, Carter's men roused. Jimmy signaled, leading them to the east wing, a locked door ahead. Jenny's crowbar worked again, the lock breaking, revealing a dark room with 3 cages. 5 girls, gaunt and terrified, huddled inside, their eyes glinting with hope. We're here to help, Jenny whispered, prying the cages open. Follow us, stay quiet. Sam helped the girls out, his machete ready, his voice soft. You're safe now. But the boots were on them for guards, bandanas bright, rifles up. Intruders! One shouted, firing, the bullet grazing Grandpa's arm, blood welling. Jimmy's bolt dropped a guard, Jenny's knife slashing another's arm, Sam's machete fending off a third. Grandpa's rifle cracked, the last guard falling, but the noise was a beacon. Move! Jimmy yelled, leading the girls to the basement, Nate stumbling, his bound hands slowing him. Jenny covered their rear, her flashlight blinding a new guard who appeared, giving Sam time to strike. The girls, weak but driven, followed, their fear a silent cry. They reached the sewer, the stench of relief compared to the warehouse's blood. Jimmy went first, then the girls, Sam, Nate, Jenny, Grandpa last, his wounds slowing him. The radio weighed heavy in Jenny's satchel, the ledgers tucked inside, proof of Carter's network. But as they crawled, a shout echoed from the warehouse. Carter's voice, raw with rage. Find them! The radio's gone. Jenny's heart sank. Carter knew, and the homestead was exposed. Grandma, Ellie, the others, facing his wrath. Faster, she urged, her knife ready. The sewers gloom a tunnel to hope or death. They emerged a mile from the warehouse, the girls shivering, Sam supporting a 12-year-old. Grandpa's face was gray, his wounds bleeding, but his rifle was up. We got the radio, the girls, proof, he said, his voice faint. But Carter's coming for blood. Jimmy's crossbow scanned the woods, his voice steady. We get to the bunker, fortify, use the radio to track the general. Jenny, can you get these girls moving? Jenny's empathy surged, her botanist's care now a healer's vow. I'll keep them safe, she said, her yarrow ready for wounds. Sam, help me. As they trekked to the homestead, the chant resumed. Ellie, Ellie, fainter but closer, a snake in the dark. A new sound joined it, engines, trucks, roaring from Chillicothe. Jimmy's eyes met Jenny's, his crossbow a vow. The warehouse had fallen, but Carter's teeth were bared, and the homestead's line was their last stand.